Hello there, and welcome to Cooking with Kev, the cooking show where normally I cook. But today I've got a very special treat for all you cookers out there in cooking land. You've seen me in the kitchen cooking. You've watched me prepare. You've watched me garnish. But what you haven't seen, really, is the kitchen itself. So today I thought for a very special treat on the show, I would give you a behind-the-scenes tour of my little kitchen. And I hope that you'll stick around and see that tour, and perhaps you'll be inspired for your own kitchen at home. I'll see you in a bit. Alright, well, there it is, just behind me, the kitchen. And what a pleasant little kitchen it is. Let's go inside and have a look. Well, it wouldn't be a kitchen without a refrigerator. And this is the refrigerator, complete with magnets, a picture of a dog, a Volkswagen Beetle that perhaps someday I'll own. Little inspirational messages. Follow your bliss, especially if that bliss involves cooking. Let's have a look inside. Okay. Here is the interior of this refrigerator, this refrigeration unit. Pretty sparse, I know. But you know what? When you're only cooking for yourself, you don't want to buy too much because things will go bad. And when things go bad, they end up down here. This is the place where food goes to die. Or at least to wait until Thursday when the garbage truck comes. Other than that, 3 shelves, a place for veggies, which is empty because I've got veggies up here. What else do we have? Some things that probably could be thrown out, but should go down to the bottom. Some old wine that I'm afraid to open, but don't want to throw away because it's wine. Yeah, that's a refrigerator. Let's have a look and see what's in the freezer, just up there. Alright, not much in here. What do we have? Some ice cube trays, some hamburgers, and something in here that probably should be thrown out because I think that's really old. And that's it. I like buying most of my food fresh. You know, fresh is good. Fresh is good. The stove. You've seen me cook on this. You've seen me stand in front of it an awful lot. Well, this is an old workhorse of a stove that I got from my parents when they got their new stove. I'm very happy to have it. I'm very proud of it. It's solid. It's white. It's a white Westinghouse. You've watched me cook on all those things up there, and turn those knobs and dials very often. I don't know so much about this area down here, but put stuff in there as well and you cook. Perhaps on a later episode I'll use that area of the stove. Good old friend. And this is the tuba. Every kitchen should have a tuba inside, preferably on top of the refrigeration unit. Just keeps things real. I like keeping my utensils in tin cans, these tin containers. You can get pasta in these and various other things. You know, it's recycling. It's good for the environment. It keeps everything out and I can see where everything is, especially my favorite utensils. Like this one here. This is a ladle. It's used for liquids, things like soups, stews, perhaps. Goes in there, and you do that with it. And it's got this thing on the top, so you can hang it, maybe, or tie things to it, perhaps. If you wanted to twirl it around on a string, you could, or onto your belt. You can attach it to your belt. It's got some weight to it, you see. And I feel that a utensil that has weight to it is a good utensil. This, you could probably kill a man with this. That's a good utensil. Now, the sink is right behind me, right behind where my butt is. I'm not going to show that to you because it's just a sink. Also, it's full of dishes at the moment. So there's no point in showing you that. Everybody knows what dirty dishes look like. Nothing special about it. It's just dishes. You will notice, though, in my window I have hung up some various cooking objects. I like hanging things, you know, like this, you know, cooking saucepan thing. Frying pan for frying, which, you know, people do sometimes. And also some cutting boards of various colors are hung there, as you can see. And some other stuff just hung up. It looks good. It looks professional. If you're watching a show on television and it's set in a kitchen, you're going to see these things hung up somewhere, so that we know it's a kitchen on television and that the people there know what they're doing. Even if you just have a couple of things hung up there, it's going to look good and professional. And since it's in my window, anybody who walks by that window, they're going to look and they're going to see, and they're going to say to themselves, hey man, a cook lives there. I wish that cook could cook for me. And now, of course, we have my food cupboard. There it is. It's gray. It's got everything that a cook might possibly need in their cupboard for cooking. You know, gumballs, chocolate syrup or sauce, some popcorn bowls for making popcorn, mac and cheese. These are leftover noodles that I haven't used yet. You know, chocolate almonds, some candies, various spices and sauces and things. Everything that you might need to have in your kitchen, you can find here. Hello. Well, thanks for joining me today on Cooking with Kev. And I'm very glad I got to show you the ins and outs and inner workings of my kitchen. I hope you felt inspired. And if you do feel inspired, please share some tips on your own kitchen and what you've done. I'd love to hear all about them. You know, the kitchen is a place of magic. It really is. It's a place where you take food, heat it, and then people eat that food and turn it into poop. There's something quite magical about that whole process. It's nature, isn't it? It's the circle of life. Well, we did have some comments recently on our previous videos, so I thought I'd address those comments and questions. The first one comes from Chris Martin. Hi, Chris. Kev, as I'm sure you are well aware, there is a fierce academic debate currently raging in many of the finest food periodicals over whether or not canned pasta should be cooked on medium or low heat. You clearly side with those who advocate for the medium heat. Can you please add your voice to the discourse and inform us of your reasoning? Thanks. You know, I often read fine food periodicals and write for them as well. This is something that has come up very often in various food meetings with food boards and academic food people. Medium heat. I like medium heat for my canned pasta because it cooks faster. Why would anybody want to wait to eat canned pasta? Put that baby on medium. Cook it. Throw a wiener in there. And then eat it, you know. And you can always turn it down if you think perhaps it's cooking a little too fast for you. Maybe you're watching a show on the TV. You can turn it down. If you keep it on low, man, you'd be waiting forever. And that's all I have to say about that. Our next comment comes from Stereotype. Love the show. Thank you. It's turning into my go-to spot for recipes. Well, isn't that lovely? I'm glad. I hope to get many more recipes up so that you can cook a wider variety of things. Would love to hear your take and tips on a baked potato. Or maybe Jell-O? Hoping to one day also be a master of the kitchen. Thanks, Kev. Well, becoming a master of the kitchen takes many years of hard work and dedication, but Stereotype, just from those couple of sentences that you wrote there, I feel that you have what it takes, and I hope someday to be watching your videos on cooking. Baked potato and Jell-O. Well, I don't eat potatoes. I don't like them. Well, I like them in French fry format. But that's pretty much it. And because I don't like them, I've never made a baked potato. Therefore, I can't speak of such things. They just taste weird. And the texture kind of make me want to puke. That may be a controversial thing to say. I know a lot of people like potatoes, but hey, not me. Jell-O. You know, I like Jell-O. I'm sure it surprises a lot of people out there. But what's more surprising is I haven't had Jell-O in years. It's been a long time since I've made it. You've actually inspired me to go out and buy some Jell-O and make it and reacquaint myself with that recipe for orange Jell-O. I prefer the orange. That's my favorite. Cherry is a very close second, but I'm normally an orange Jell-O man. Well, that's all we have time for today on Cooking with Kev. I hope you'll join us next time when we'll get back to cooking. Like, favorite, share this video with your friends. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more of Cooking with Kev. We're getting dangerously close to 1,000 views. Dangerously close. We may even have enough before this video goes up. But once we do, I'll be releasing that very special video describing the Cooking with Kev Cook With Me contest. I'm very excited about it, and I hope that that you are too. And please leave some questions and some comments. I would love to not just tack these at the end of the videos, but to do a full Q&A video for you. I'd be more than happy to pass on my knowledge of cooking and everything that's involved with cooking so that you can continue to cook at home. So I'll see you again next time on Cooking with Kev.